Hi everyone, welcome back. You're watching Math with Anila. In today's class, let's study about the properties of multiplication of rational numbers. We have already seen the properties of addition, and here the properties are same but only the operation is different. That is, we are using multiplication here. The first one is the closure property. So the closure property says that if any two rational numbers are multiplied together, the result is always a rational number. Let's see how it is. Consider any two rational number 2 by 7 into 3 by 5. See, these two are rational numbers. When we are multiplying these two rational numbers, what's the answer we are getting? 2 into 3, that is 2 into 3 divided by 7 into 5. So how much is the answer? 6 by 35. Again, this is a rational number. Therefore, we can say that the closure property is satisfied under multiplication of rational numbers. That is about the closure property. Now consider the commutative property. Let's consider the same question again. Here 2 by 7 into 3 by 5. That is 6 by 35 is our answer. Now let's multiply 3 by 5 into 2 by 7. What's your answer? 2 3s are again 6 here. 3 into 2 divided by 5 into 7, and that is equal to 6 by 35. So here also we are getting 6 by 35, and here also we are getting 6 by 35. So we can say that commutative property is also satisfied under multiplication. The next is the associative property. So we have seen what is the associative property. When three rational numbers are there, if you are multiplying the first two rational number and the product is multiplied with the third one, the result will be the same when you are multiplying the last two rational numbers with the first one. Let's see how it will be. Consider three rational numbers 1 by 2 into 3 by 5 into 7 by 11. So here let's multiply the first two rational numbers and then let's multiply the product with the last number. Let's see how we are getting it. This will be 1 into 3 by 2 into 5 into 7 by 11, and that's equal to 3 by 10 into 7 by 11, that is 21 by 110. So this is what we get when you are multiplying the first two rational numbers and the product with the last number. Now let's consider in the other way. So that is 1 by 2 into 3 by 5 into 7 by 11. Let's multiply the last two numbers and then multiply with the first one. You will get this as 1 by 2 into 3 into 7 is 21 divided by 11 into 5 is 55, and that is equal to 1 into 21 is 21 divided by 2 into 55 is 110. Look at that. Here also 21 by 110, and even here also 21 by 110. So in both the cases, what you can say, see, when you are multiplying the first two rational numbers and the product with third rational number, that remains the same as the product when you are multiplying the last two rational numbers and the product with the first number. This is what the associative property says. The associative property of multiplication is satisfied for the set of rational numbers. The next one is the identity. For the set of rational numbers, the identity of multiplication is 1. That means whenever you multiply any rational number with 1, your answer remains the same. So 2 by 7 into 1, that is equal to 1 by 1 into 2 by 7, and that is equal to 2 by 7. So you are getting the same number as your answer. So therefore what we can say? We can say that 1 is the identity element for multiplication of set of rational numbers. The next is the inverse. So there exists an inverse number for all the rational numbers in case of multiplication of rational numbers. Let's consider an example. That's 3 by 5 is the rational number, and the inverse of this particular rational number is the reciprocal of the given number. Reciprocal of this 3 by 5 is 5 by 3. So when you multiply this number with the inverse, what you must get? You must get the identity of multiplication. Let's see whether we are getting the identity. So when you cancel all the four terms, you are getting 1 as your answer. So we can say that for every rational number, the reciprocal of the given number is its inverse. The reciprocal of the given number is its inverse. Okay. Now consider another example with a negative sign. If it is minus 7 by 9 is the rational number, the inverse, the multiplicative inverse is the reciprocal of the same number, but the sign remains same. So this will be minus 9 by 7. When you multiply, you can say that 9 cancels, 7 and 7 cancels, minus into minus is plus, and the answer will be 1. So we are getting the identity of multiplication. So we have to see that even a negative term is given, in the inverse also the negative sign will be present. The sign will never change. If a positive number is given, the same sign will remain even for the inverse, but you need to consider the reciprocal. Even here also, when a negative number is given, the sign remains same, only the reciprocal you have to take, and that will be the inverse for the given rational number. But in case of addition, we have seen that if any rational number is given, the same rational number with opposite sign is the additive inverse. That is in case of addition. The sign changes only in case of addition. But in case of multiplication, the sign remains same, but you need to take the reciprocal. The next property is the distributivity of multiplication over addition. That means we are going to distribute the multiplication over addition. We have to distribute this a by b to the other two terms. If a by b, c by d and e by f are the three rational numbers. Look at that here. If there is no sign mentioned, you need to consider this as the multiplication. And here you are distributing this a by b to both the terms which is inside the bracket. So when you are distributing this, you will get your answer as a by b into c by d plus a by b into e by f. That means we have distributed a by b to both the terms, that to c by d as well as to e by f. Distributivity of multiplication over addition. This is what we have done here. So these were the properties of multiplication of rational numbers. So the first one was the closure property, the second one was the commutative property, then associative property, identity and inverse, and the last one is the distributivity of multiplication over addition. And we have seen the inverse of all the numbers in rational number. But there is an important point you need to remember is that 0 is also a rational number, and for this particular number there is no inverse for 0. Let's solve few sums. Here we have to multiply two rational numbers and both the numbers are negative. So what we will do, we can just cancel the terms here. 7 into 2, 7 2s are 14, and that's all. Further simplification is not possible. So we'll write minus into minus is plus, 6 2s are 12 by 5. This is the answer. And again you can simplify this as 2 5s are 10, 2 by 5. Look at the next one. Minus 11 by 9 into minus 51 by minus 44. Oh, how to simplify this? We can cancel this 11 with the 44. You will get this 4 as your answer. And here this is 3. 3 3s are 9. Here this will be 17. So 17 into 3 is 51. Now let's write it again. This will be 1. So you will get your answer as minus 1 into minus 17 divided by 3 into minus 1. So minus into minus plus 17 divided by minus 3. So you are dividing a positive number with a negative number. Therefore your answer is minus, and this will be 5 2 by 3. This is a mixed fraction. Look at the next question, that is 2 by minus 3 into 5 by 4 plus 5 by 9 into 3 by 10. Let's simplify this. Here you will get this as 2, and in the first part you are getting your answer as 1 by minus 3 into 5 by 2 plus, in the second part you can cancel 3 with 9, your answer will be 3 here, and this is 2 5s are 10. So you will get this as 1 into 1 divided by 3 into 2. And that is equal to 1 into 5 is 5 by minus 3 into 2 is minus 6 plus 1 by 3 twos are 6. On further simplification, you will get this as 5 by minus 6 can be written as minus 5 by 6 plus 1 by 6. And on further simplification, you will get this as minus 5 plus 1 divided by 6. And that is same as minus 4 by 6. When you simplify this, you will get this as minus 2 by 3. And this is your final answer. Now these questions are for you. Solve it and let me know the answer. And that is all for today. We'll meet in the next class with more topics. Thank you.